Ready?
Okay.
I feel like I'm sleeping. My puffs are so high.
Okay, so did you...
I haven't yet. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back to I Got Problems. Thank you so much for meeting us again this week.
Yes.
Joining us for another conversation. Well, I mean, I guess happy holidays, happy Valentine's, and happy Black History Month.
Valentine's passed, but that's cool.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we're still in February, right?
Yes.
Okay. So close enough. Because I don't think we actually recorded on that week. But, you know, for those who celebrated, happy loving, all that stuff, I hope you don't have no babies coming. And if you wanted one, I guess, congrats.
Right. Team Scorpio is growing this November.
Oh my goodness. I saw so many tweets that were like, please, no more Scorpios.
We're the best. Like,
they were like, please use condoms, y'all. I was like,
y'all some haters.
Look, I don't know this horoscope stuff, but
I don't know what to tell
apparently they were like, y'all just, please, calm down. Everybody was just doing it like bunnies, I guess, for Valentine's. So
good for them.
I hope it was good for you guys. So yeah,
at least they had fun, you know.
Right.
I didn't have any, so.
If you haven't, of course, reviewed us, take a second and check our Apple Podcasts. We like reviews there. When people find out about us, other people can share, and we climb the charts. And people start to know, you know, we grow from a small podcast to a medium, to large, and extra large, all that stuff. So.
We're just trying to go viral, y'all. That's
for real. We just need one episode to just go viral, and that's it. Like, people gonna be like, yeah, because we know we're the bomb, but like, obviously we don't have the proper resources to put ourselves out there. But you know, this year we're trying to get more guests. So if you want to be a guest, please send us an email. We accept guests from all over.
But don't come on the show with no bullshit though.
Yeah. If you have a story to tell, if you have something you feel like people should know about, let us know. Anything is a problem, really. So we'll talk about it. If it's a problem, we'll talk about it. So yeah, and
if it's not, we'll make it a problem.
Yeah, because really everything is a problem. So this week, it's a very mediocre, I think, problem, but it is something that a lot of people tend to care about more than they really should. Yeah, I am a culprit, you know, like, definitely do care, but...
I can definitely see that.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I heard someone that was like, you're like 5'7", why do you care? Like, of all people, like...
You're 5'7"?
Yeah.
No, you're taller than me.
I am 5'7".
You're not 5'7". I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'7".
You're not 5'7".
Oh my goodness.
Stand up right now.
I'm telling you, like...
Okay. You might be 5'7". Like...
It's because I have long legs, so in the summertime when I'm wearing like shorts or whatever, my legs accentuate, like, it just makes it look...
You do have a lot of legs.
So yeah, it really, people, like, I remember I used to work in the casino, these things, I was 5'9". I was like, 5'9".
Yeah.
I know that's like what you would think, but if you see me next to my sisters who are 5'9",
oh yeah, your sisters.
Yeah, they're tall.
Quite tall.
So yeah, I'm actually shorter, so you would think, oh, you know, why do short girls care about, you know, height, right? Because our topic today is, does height matter? Why do short girls care about height? Why do petite girls want taller men? Why do taller men want smaller girls? We don't know. Well, today we're going to break it down and go through,
I have a theory.
Oh yeah, there are many theories, and I even went all the way back to evolutionary.
Oh, that's exactly my theory.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about all of that today, so, you know, stay tuned, and of course, turn it up. And if you're in the car, I mean, I guess, you know, to the volume that is good for your car. It's up to you. So
blast that shit.
I don't know. It's up to you. Don't get arrested for noise complaints. But hey, if it's for us, we will appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. Just add us on IG. We'll feature you.
We ain't paying no bill. Put that on her tab, not me.
I said feature you. I didn't say pay for your bill. So now let's talk about the main pointers I want to touch on today, okay? So when you think about the science behind why it matters if a guy was taller than you or not, there are likely evolutionary reasons why women want shorter men. For the survival, want to be shorter. Oof. Why women want to be shorter, and of course they prefer a taller man than them. And men want the woman to be shorter. Why? Well, they're saying for survival of the species.
I don't know if guys really care about the woman being shorter than women care about the men being taller, to be honest.
No, I mean, I do think that way, but I do see a lot of men who don't want a woman who's taller than them.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of men are intimidated about that, but anyway, I'll touch on that.
Some guys take it as a fetish.
Some guys really do. They'll be like, oh, let me climb up that tree.
Exactly.
And it's like, calm down. But, so it's like, this research I'm doing right now, it says it's for survival of the species. Men apparently were supposed to be hunters and women were gatherers. So it isn't about just bringing home dinner. It was about protecting their family. So the bigger and taller you were, the more you looked scary and, more intimidating to protect your family. So nobody wanted a guy who was just like,
small
meek and small. Like, it's like, you can't protect me. Like, me and my kids don't die.
Like freshman in high school that you beat up on.
Exactly. Especially, like, imagine, like, pre-growth spurt and after growth spurt. Like, it's a huge difference. Like, a lot of times you really start getting the women when you hit that growth spurt. Like, that's when people start noticing. Like, oh, you grow that beard, increased by 5 inches. some. So it's like, why do things like that matter? Why is it all of a sudden? Well, not all of a sudden. I guess it's evolutionary, but. Anyway, so what I learned from experiences is that a guy is more willing to date a girl taller than him, like she said, than a girl is willing to date a guy shorter than her. Women are taught that they're supposed to be petite. Dating a guy 2 inches shorter than you does anything but make you feel petite.
Think about it, you can't wear heels around him, like.
Yep, I've had guys like that where it's like, in fact, maybe I'm on the worst end of it, but I've had guys who are my height. And I'm just like, I can't date you like that because when I wear heels, I am taller than you.
But the thing is, you're not going to be in heels 24 hours. So I don't mind like dating somebody that's my height because I'm going to be my height. Most of the time, I'm only like 2 inches taller on the weekend. You know what I mean?
True. So yeah. So if we're going out moves like that, I'll wear Uggs or flats or even in the summertime.
I still wear my heels. I'll be taller than him when I go out, and then at the same time, like I'm mostly gonna be going out.
But I feel like, don't you feel like
with my friends anyway?
When that's a thing, don't you feel like most of the time the guy has something else to offer her than just. Like, I feel like he has money, he's taking care of her, he's doing something else, right? That's making her feel like, I don't care what y'all think, this my man. Like, you can't be proud of a guy when, I don't know, I just feel like...
I believe there is genuine couples out there that, where the woman is taller than the man and they genuinely love each other. Like, they look beyond just the physical,
Right, and one of my biggest example is Kevin Hart and...
Inoko.
Yeah, and Nico.
I was close enough.
And honestly, I used to think it was just because of the money, but I really think she loved the guy. Like even after he cheated and she stayed, granted,
it's the money.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can tell you right now.
She could have signed a prenup for all we know. I don't know. But like, I felt like she really does care, and she really,
I think we could think of maybe better examples than them.
I mean, okay, for them, they're rich, they got money, they're celebrities, they're not on our level. So like, but there are other people you probably know in your life where you're like, you wouldn't see them together, but they are together, and you'd be like, I wonder what she sees in him. I wonder what he sees in her. But somehow it works. So, and for the same evolutionary reason, men tend to like women shorter than them, wanting to be the stronger sex naturally, because that is the way that genders are designed. Men usually seek out shorter women because they have a height advantage over them. It makes them feel more powerful, let's be honest. So that's why I feel like a lot of men tend to be like, I don't know if I want to date a girl who's much taller, like, They're
just afraid that she's going to dunk on him, like, that's what it is.
Honestly, like, I feel like a guy's worst fear is for her to dunk, and it's like forever, she's going to have that shit over you forever.
Or she's going to take charge in the bedroom, you just feel like a bitch.
Like, you bend over.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
That's vanilla, that's the vanilla shit. But anyway, like, a lot of men really do have those issues where they really don't want to, like, they don't want to admit it because it sounds insecure on their end. But let's be honest, if you keep going, if you've never dated a woman taller than you, can we call that just more preference or just like you're afraid of something? Because if the woman is attractive, what's wrong with her? If she's attractive and she's just a little taller, what's stopping you from dating her? Like, you're 6'1", she's maybe 6'4", and what's the problem? You're both tall couples. Like, it's not like she's like,
I'm gonna have some large ass babies. I can't imagine what's gonna happen in that delivery.
They better be playing sports. They will just keep pulling it out. Like,
I
just can't. This baby's. So I don't see a problem with a guy dating a taller girl for sure, as long as the girl is fine and not feeling like, he's below her standards for whatever reason. Right. If he's not feeling intimidated, it works. But there are many reasons why it doesn't work. So the average height for men has been tracked over years, and it's been increasing, not by much, but like increasing. The National Center for Health Statistics has reported that the average height for an adult male is about 69.1 inches or 5'9", which I think is so sad. Why is 5'9"?
That's like my height. I'm like, I could pretty much look you eye to eye.
Exactly. So it says this data was compiled as part of the Haynes study from 2007-2010. So they noticed, like, I think way back like 1929, because if you notice homes in 1929 and 1920s, they were much shorter. Like the roofs of houses.
Really?
They were much, because men were short, people were shorter.
Wow.
They were built shorter.
But that's only like 100 years ago.
Exactly.
If that, 90.
But even then, people were back in 1800s. Like they go all the way back. It just kept getting taller, and it was only like maybe 0.1 inch and then 0.2 inches, and it's like every 100 to 1,000 years, it went up by a few inches from like I think I think 5'2" was the average height to like 5'9" now for like thousands of years. So it wasn't like it was magically happening overnight, but it took thousands of evolutionary years.
You gotta
for us to
consider
get here.
our diet too. Like,
Exactly.
we're just getting big.
And then as science is
hormones.
improving, things are changing. Like science is controlling a lot of things nowadays. But like the fact that just the survey from 2007, 2010, I mean, I don't think men have really, it's only been a few years, so I don't think they check it like that. If thousands of years only increased by like point something inches, they're not going to check it every year to be like, oh, here's the update. So it's been 5'9" for a while. Men, the average height for a man has been 5'9" for a long time. Nice. And I think for women it's been 5'2". So, but the thing is though, why do women who are 5'2" want a man who's 6'1"?
I don't understand that. Like, to me, that doesn't make any kind of sense. Like a whole ass foot. I don't get it.
We're trying to figure it out. And I sometimes get annoyed because I'm like, okay, I'm 5'7", you're 5'2". Why are you chasing after this tall nigga? Can you leave this nigga
for me? Damn. I need him.
Like, I'm not gonna date a 5'2" nigga. You don't want to date a 5'2" nigga. Who's gonna date him then? Somebody gotta date him. Damn.
Right.
Like, if you're 5'2", date a nigga that's 5'6". That's your spec. That's your level.
Exactly.
Don't be trying to go further, you know. But anyway, I can't stop you from.
Can you imagine? You can't even kiss. You have to jump up like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. You know, when Michael Jordan dated that one really short girl, like she was
are you sure it wasn't Shaq?
Or was it Shaq?
It was Shaq.
It was one of those gigantic basketball players that dated this really tiny girl, and I was like, what the heck? How does this work?
Yeah. I don't know. She's getting crushed in the bedroom.
Yo, like how?
She has to be on top or else it's over.
Because literally, if he just accidentally rolls in his sleep over her, that's it. So I don't get it. Like, just be conscious. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, can you really handle all of that, or you just want it for aesthetics? You just want somebody to stand next to you.
Now, tall doesn't necessarily mean big, like this way, or starts muscular, fat too. You can have skinny tall if you want to be with slender men. By all means, I cannot.
So I don't know. I mean,
I can't do tall and skinny.
You gotta have something there.
Something.
But yeah, so it says, despite the evidence of the growth that happened over years, the archaeological data examination of skeletons from as far as back as the Mesothelic period showed that a man's height was roughly in the range of 168 centimeters, 5'5" inches. And that's just over the past 10,000 years. So we're not going all the way back to the beginning of time.
Wow.
Just 10,000 years. 5'5", and now 10,000 years till today, it's now 5'9". So what's gonna happen in another 10,000 years? You know, like, I'm not gonna be here.
Exactly.
But if you're seeing this episode in 10,000 years, no one's talking.
Can you imagine?
I mean, YouTube's gonna be here. You don't think so? You think it's over?
I think the world will be very over. Do you see the direction is going on now? Like,
I have faith. I have hope. Human beings, let's get it together.
I don't know. I'm hoping that the what's it called? Rapture happens.
Oh my goodness! Please let me be dead, because I really don't want to go through that. The Bible makes
you don't want to float through the sky.
I don't know if I'm floating through the sky. That's what I'm saying. The Bible is making it sound real scary. If you don't float through the sky, you're going somewhere else. And I don't want to experience the possibility of that. So I was reading a Huffington Post data, and a woman. This woman, I won't mention her name. She basically commented, or not commented. I guess her story was listed in Huffington Post, and she was basically like. Well, the story was like, a woman who is 6'1" doesn't mind being taller, but says that men feel emasculated in her presence. The term intimidating gets thrown out very quickly, she says. I have had men who said they were 6 feet cancel on dates when finding out my height, even when I told them that wasn't an issue for me. A lot of shorter men also simply don't consider it an option. I don't really mind in that most people are shorter than me anyway, as it doesn't register with me. So because she's a much taller woman, I think she was like 6'1" or something like that. Or
That's not bad.
Yeah, she's a woman who's 6'1". Yeah, she's 6'1", so she doesn't care because she's like, most men are gonna be taller than me anyway, so I'm gonna just date you because I like you. But a lot of men are like, I don't want you to be taller than me. You say you're 6'1", I'm out.
I actually did go on a date with somebody, you know, just looking off their profile picture. They asked me out. I was like, yeah, sure. You know, profile pictures, you can't really tell height unless it's maybe like a full body picture.
Right.
If they're standing next to a car, you can kind of gauge.
Yeah, or next to their friends, you could be like,
So I went in the restaurant, sat down, we had a whole dinner, had a whole conversation. When it was time to go, we both got up.
So did he get there first or something?
He got there first. He got there first. I was like, but he was cool with it. He liked me being big and big. But I was like,
for you.
This ain't gonna work.
And sometimes I recognize that the guy's a really good guy, and I don't want to be that shallow, but it's like it's just not gonna work. I really want it to work, but I just know that I'm gonna care. I'm gonna care, and I'm gonna be insecure about it. I'm gonna think about it more than
people see you and judge you.
I hate that. That's a human nature or human part of me. Like, if
my height or taller.
I want to throw that away. And the fact that people, you know how people on dating apps be like, my name is Rex and I'm 6'5". Like height is their profile information, and women care about that. They swipe right simply because they're 6'5". Even though
they won't even look at the face or look at like their interests or how
you look mediocre, and the girl's gonna swipe right simply because he said 6'5" on his profile.
That's sad.
It is sad. It honestly is sad. And I hate that I've been one of the people who've done that in the past. Yes, I definitely have. I mean, of course, I look at everything. I read the profile, I read everything. Like, I look at your face, I look at your intro, your bio. I do read everything. But, like, if you add your height to it, it does make me feel like, oh, you know, okay. But if they don't add height, I'll still go on. It doesn't stop anything. It's just height does make me feel like, okay, this is what I'm working with. Like, I know what I'm about to walk into. Like, this is the safe.
Because, good question. Will it be a deal breaker? Everything else is perfect. Like, even the dude I was talking to, he had money. Okay, he was driving the latest Mercedes Benz.
How short was he though?
Like, I don't know. I think it was like to my nose. I don't know.
That's not that bad.
As soon as I noticed he was shorter than me, I didn't consider how much shorter. I was just like, he's short. So
I can look at you from here down below.
He was nice. I feel so bad. But I can't do it.
That could have been your husband, man. You don't even know.
It's okay. I
don't know. I don't think it's a deal breaker because I've dated a guy who's been my height before, and I really liked him, and we talked to her, and we got to know each other, whatever. And of course, communication was the issue as usual. But like that wasn't a big thing for me. Like when we went out, I wore my heels. I was taller, but he was exactly like. I think he was like 5'7", he was like 5'8". So it wasn't like, you couldn't really tell, but like, if I wore heels, you would definitely be able to tell. But I didn't care that much because everything else was like, oh, we're enjoying each other's company, we're, like, it was nice. So in that case, but I'm talking about if he was like 5'6" and below, it would be a deal breaker. I hate to say it, but I cannot look down on you, and I hate to say that, respect you, because at the end of the day, I do care about looking up to my man in all aspects. I want to be able to look up to you. I want to be able to submit to you, and it's very hard to submit to a man that's much smaller than me.
Like you're my child.
Exactly.
What am I gonna do?
And you can go back all the way to.
We're gonna get so much hate for this.
I know.
I'm looking for it.
At the end of the day, I'm speaking for myself.
You know who's gonna be number one?
Hater number one. But like, you can look all the way back to we already talked about the evolutionary period stuff. Like, we're not coming up with this shit out of our ass. This has been studied from years, 10,000 years ago. You know exactly why.
Right.
All the way back to 100,000 years. It was based on just hunter-gathering mentality. Women wanted men who could protect them, and a smaller man, smaller than her, could not protect her because then she would have to go out and do the hunting and the gathering, or we'd have to switch places, and that was probably not an option back in the cave era. So, it's translated all the way back to today, and I hate to say, I've done much better than I have way in the past. Like, I want to say 5 years ago, I was just like, nah, that's not gonna work. But now I'm just like, you know what? Let me get to know you first. Like, see, unless you're dramatically shorter, I'm talking about like I'm looking down, like,
oh no,
that.
Like I said, you're my child.
Exactly. So if you're not that short, at least my height, or maybe 1 inch smaller, I would definitely still consider it, because at the end of the day, it's about what you have to offer. Maybe I'm also small. I'm like 5'7". So for me, I'm like, look, I shouldn't be looking at niggas who are like 6'10" anyway. Like, it's not that serious.
That's too tall.
Yeah, it's not that serious. But I do prefer a good 6'5" nigga. Like,
his feet is like hanging off the bed.
Like, I don't mind a guy who's 6'5", because for me, I'm not too short and I'm not too tall. I'm just in the middle. So it works for me. But I also won't downgrade somebody who's 5'6", 5'7", because at the end of the day, yes, you're shorter, but if you have a lot more to offer, I will not look like, if you're treating me better than no one, like, why would I be that dumb to throw away a guy who's treating me like a queen?
To offer a lot between those 2 inches, basically, is what she's trying to say.
Like, if you're offering a lot more,
you have to offer those 2 inches somewhere else.
Somewhere else, because at the end of I hate to say it, because I will give more of a pass to a taller guy than I will give to a shorter guy. No, I know what you mean. Like, I'm just saying, like, I can't relate. So, like, but at the end of the day, you have to be offering a lot more to make up for it. And that's part of myself that I'm definitely trying to work on, because what if I do end up with a short guy? I cannot live a life where I'm judging him based on, his height. Like, I want to love him for everything he is, and not just his height. So that's part of myself where I know I need to definitely get therapy about, or at least talk to myself and be like, girl,
is it that serious for therapy?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you need to be able to see why you like these things. Maybe if you see the why, you can explain to yourself like why it's not a big deal.
You just explained it. It's evolution.
But I don't want to blame evolution because I don't want to blame evolution, because now I'm like, I can make a choice, and I know what the reason is. So why can't I just shake off the mentality? Like, why is it still there? Like, it's a choice now I can make, but I'm still choosing to date taller. So like, I don't know. I just want to do better in that area, but I definitely, we'll see.
I can't say the same.
Yeah, I definitely do find taller men more attractive. I hate to say it, but it's true. I definitely do find them more attractive, but like I said, it's harder to date a shorter man when I have to look down on you. I'm literally physically looking down on you. It's much harder to give 100% respect. It's just, you know, and I'm a type A personality. I have a very strong personality, so I expect the man to supersede me in different ways for me to respect him.
But that's a masculinity thing.
It is.
You can have, you heard of short man syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah, that's that toxic masculinity. So trust me,
Yeah,
they can have that for sure.
You know, Napoleon syndrome. They call it the Napoleon syndrome, where you're just like angry and trying to like prove yourself all the time because you're shorter, so you feel the need to do a lot more. It's like, calm down.
I know some females in high school that had that syndrome.
They just want to be the most like, calm down, relax.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in summary now, I'm going to ask you a few questions after this.
Oh boy.
But it's basically, in summary, if you consider asking out or staying with somebody shorter or taller, and it makes you question whether you have self-esteem, whether you have the self-esteem to feel comfortable with it, only you can decide. Let's be honest. If there are other drives in you making things not right based on his height, it really doesn't matter if what other people think about the size. Like, only matters what you think. Only you can answer that question for yourself. If you love somebody and you love them for who they are on the inside, it makes no difference how tall or short they are. Let's be honest. Like, that's literally what I'm trying to work on. A matter of, I want to get to know you, not because of your height.
You don't want to miss your soulmate or your
don't
person because
you
know you're being superficial, but it's definitely something you gotta work on.
Exactly.
We have to work on.
I really don't want to miss out on it. I don't want to spend the rest of my life thinking, what if, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But then again,
you know, and then seeing that person you didn't give a chance with somebody else, and you're like, that could have been me if I wasn't so shallow.
That's what I'm saying. Do you only have one soulmate? Because I feel like you can really match.
I don't know. A
lot of people.
No.
So.
Soulmate is so confusing. Like, I don't
know. It really is. That should be a feature.
Yeah, like, do soulmates exist?
Yeah.
Yeah. The episode coming. So now I'm gonna ask Annabelle. Would you have you dated a shorter man, and why?
Yeah, on that one date.
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Sorry.
It's hard out here, man.
Really?
Because that's a thing a lot of men complain about, especially online. They be like, okay, y'all care about our height, but we care about your weight. We don't want you to be fat, or you don't want us to be short. Like, it's a whole thing.
But yeah, we can lose weight. They can't.
So that's what a lot of people talk about. Like, we can change that one thing. You cannot.
There's a lot of shorter women out here.
Just date your size. Like, if you're really that pressed,
man,
and you're really, it's not
fun size people are cool.
Or maybe people are really not trying to talk to you like that because you're short. How about you date some? And I get it. Sometimes I've seen men who, like, I'll be the tallest friend in my group, and I'll see the shorter men come approach all my shorter friends. But my shorter friends are not interested because they want taller guys too.
Right.
So it's like, I always feel so bad when I see it because I'm like, oh man. Like, you seem like a nice guy, and I wish my friend was interested in you the way you want her to be, but your height, and I know exactly why she's not talking to you. I know why. Because she herself, even though she's 5'2", she wants a 6'5" nigga, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, calm down, but I can't tell them what to like. It sucks. Because if he's 5'6", I feel like that's a decent height.
That's a decent,
You can still wear heels and still not be taller than him. Why do you want 6?
But I mean, you can't be out here so
right. Most girls can't even rock sailors like that with that trimming anyway.
Facts.
So why are you looking after? Why are you going for men who are not even nowhere near your height? Like, come on now, 4 inches, 5 inches. I think is probably the max you should have in height differences. After that, you're overdoing it. Come on,
you're pushing
it. You're pushing it. Like, but anyway, next question: has any man ever called you intimidating or felt intimidated by your height in comparison to theirs, and how did you take it or handle it?
They haven't called me. I don't know if men feel intimidated. I doubt it. So no, nobody's called me.
Somebody said it to your face and be like, I don't want to because of that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I get the feeling that some people do have that, but I never know for sure. I can't just be making assumptions.
Okay. Because I've definitely, I know I just said it to me before, but I've had guys who've been like, what I've been like, oh, you don't mind that I'm taller than you? They're like, nah, like, I like that kind of shit, but like, I've had that kind of conversation. But never been like, and I also feel like a lot of men are coming to terms with, look, I'm short, I'm going to be short forever. I need to either accept it or, because otherwise you're going to be bitter, angry, and probably have the short man syndrome. You know, you need to accept that, you know what, most people are going to be taller than you. You're just one of the shorter guys out here. 5'9" is the average height. If you're below 5'9", you are not average height. You are actually short, according to the statistics. So if you're 5'6", 5'4", lower, you are a short man, period.
Gotta start increasing the soles in your shoes.
Exactly. Get those little platforms. I've had guys tell me they want to get the platforms, and I'm like, look, do what makes you happy. If it looks good on you, go for it, man. Because she's not going to know.
You step out those mofos.
I mean, if it's going to be real high platforms, then I guess she's going to notice.
It's going to be obvious.
Yeah, if it's going to be like 1-2 inches, I don't think it's going to be. Like, because when you take it off inside the house, she's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because if she's wearing heels too, like.
Because Tims have those really thick soles.
They really do. They really be giving them height. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, I think that's it. Like, So, I mean, in summary, I don't really have much to say about the height thing. I definitely have things to work on with, not looking at guys for height. I don't date based solely on height. I tell you now, I'm not, like, you need to have a lot more to offer. I am not settling for some bullshit. Like, no, you cannot just offer me height. Niggas be offering height and dick and think that's it. That's not all you can offer to a woman.
Please.
Okay. You're tall. Now what?
Do better.
Now what?
Apply
don't
pressure.
put height on your dating profile because it's not a personality trait.
I think, no, I think it's something that, even though it's superficial, I think it's something nice. Like,
it's nice to know, but a lot of people
I would want to know.
A lot of guys really
because I don't want to show up to the date and then I'm looking at.
But the same way light skin girls be like light skin thinking it's a personality trait is how some guys put height.
Like,
yeah, like,
I don't want to.
It's okay to know every now and then, but a lot of guys really just walk through the date and think because they're tall they can get anything and everyone. And that's because a lot of girls who are shallow enough to date just height throw themselves at these tall men, so they think they don't have to do shit but just be tall. No, you do have to do work. You can't just be tall and that's it. That's not a personality trait. It is not anything you have to offer me. It is something you were born with. You don't have to change that shit. You're tall. Good for you. Whoop-de-doo. Now what? What else can you do for me? If you can't do shit but be tall, then I'll move out the way. Like, there are other options. So, but that's just me.
There are other women. Play basketball, go pro, and get a lot of money.
And that's if he does. If he does. If you can't play, can't play basketball outside the back of your house, don't even try. Don't even bring it up. Please move from the back of the house first. Don't be trying to play basketball in your local basketball court talking about you play basketball. Do you really play basketball? Because that sounds like a hobby to me. But anyway, I'm not going to call all the guys out who be playing basketball. Y'all, you keep doing you. It's a sport. Exercise 16 minutes a day or whatever. Like Michelle Obama said. Exercise before she left the office. 60 minutes a week per day. Lady. Yep, forever. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. So now here are the resources. How to support Black Lives Matter, of course. The Black Mental Health Resources. We have that as a link. Therapy sources, your primary care physician at BetterHelp, employee assistance program, and therapyforblackgirls.com. Literally, it says therapyforblackgirls.com. Just Google it and you'll find it right there. We also I added a self-defense link because you got to protect ourselves nowadays. A lot of women are dealing with we've been dealing with aggressive men, violence, and a lot of Black women are dying at a ridiculous
119 Black women just in the last month.
Yep. It's ridiculous. They're killing us little by little. We are giving birth, we're dying. We're living, we're dying. We're sleeping, we're dying. In the car, you're dying. You're getting raped by your own people, killing by your own people. Like it's tiring. So this is not just for all Black women alone. If you are a woman who you just don't feel safe, please use this link. It's self-defense, and it's a self-defense. It's called Beyond Defense. It's owned by a group of Black women, so support Black business. Okay. And then, of course, the other links for all the resources from Huffington Post and Hanes and all the stats, it's on there as well. So that's about it. I don't think we have...
We have a mental health tip. Like, I came prepared this time. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so the mental health tip of the week is to avoid heavy substance use. It is important to keep alcohol use to a minimum and avoid other drugs. Weed is not a drug. Many people use alcohol and other drugs to self-medicate. I don't know if you heard about that guy that's the professor that said he uses heroin like to keep his mind right.
Oh no.
I find that hilarious. I mean, just don't overdo it.
That's all crazy.
Bad advice, don't listen to that. Anywho, but in reality, substance use may get in the way of your ability to function at work or school, maintain a stable home life, handle life's difficulties, and relate to others as well.
There you have it.
Yeah.
So just don't overdo it. And if you are dealing with issues with substance abuse, please get help.
Yes.
Not just therapy, but get actually professional help for substance abuse. You can Google substance abuse help online.
NA, AA.
Yeah, they come up. All the AA meetings, they come up. Please get help. It is not, especially in the pandemic, not a good combo.
Right.
So thank you guys.
Strengthen your immune system,
Yep, please. You want to live, want to make it through this year.
Yeah.
So thank you all for coming to another episode of I Got Problems, and we'll see you on our next one. And make sure you share this episode if you like it with somebody who probably cares about height a little too much. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
And I hope we were able to solve one of your problems today.
Bye.
Bye.